Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing? Hopefully you guys are good. For the people who have come over, maybe having seen the previous streams on YouTube, be warned, we are a little bit ahead here. Unfortunately, with me streaming pretty much every day over the last week, I have over 100 gigabytes worth of video files to upload. As maybe you can imagine, it's not ideal. But we are back, we are live. It's the start of Season 4. Here's my face, here is Liverpool. In fact, bear with me 1 second. Bear with me 1 second. Hello. I want to, save some suspense here for some signings that we've made, because we have actually made some signings, boys. You know, if you were watching last night, got to about 1 in the morning, it was mid-July. I hadn't really done a lot, which wasn't ideal. I'm trying to think of the best way to show you these players in an exciting way, but I can't actually come up with anything. Fuck it. Let's just do it live. Let's show the transfers. Boom, here they are. How exciting is this? Hello to everyone who's watching. Hopefully you are all good today. Of course, it is Monday. It is 10 past 10. I've been working all day. I work all day pretty much. So hopefully we can raise the spirits. If you've not had a good Monday, I mean, my Monday at work started with my PC blue screening after 2 minutes. It wasn't ideal. So yeah, we are back. You'll see, we've made some transfers. We've made a few transfers. If you were watching last night, you will have seen us sign Eric Dyer, Ospina, and Pulisic, who we picked up for 34 million. But since him, we signed a few more players. We managed to sign Lucas from Atletico. And this Lucas, we've already got his brother. We've got a family affair going on at the back. Other players we brought in, just a quick look at it. We've got Zeka in. Now you might be thinking, Brazilian Zeka, £10 million from United, bargain. He didn't get a work permit, and I accidentally signed him. It was a bit awkward. We've got him out on loan though. Red Bull Salzburg have picked him up on loan for £2.3 million. But yeah, we spent £10 million on a player who can't even play for us. Always read the work permit news items properly, boys. Words of advice. Anyway, next player we brought in, the big transfer, the big boy. I tweeted about him, Daniel Brito. Look at him. Portuguese, 3 goals in 4 games, 20 determination, 6 physicals, 17 dribbling. He looks beautiful. Look at him. Look at him. So yeah, we've signed him for a lot of money. It's £39 million. That is with some monthly instalments. And there are a few other clauses involved. Anyway, a few more players we brought in. Diego Llorente joined us on from Manchester City. I mean, when you consider the fact he played 18 games for City and then 14 games for City, I feel like it's a centre-back option at £8.5 million. He's not a bad little player. He actually has some good potential in FM. He hasn't really developed that amazingly here. But I feel like, in terms of as a backup ball-playing defender, he's all that we could really ask for. Happy to be a backup as well, which is nice. And the last player we brought in, Patrick Roberts, another Manchester City player. He's in the under-23s. He comes in as a backup, just an English player anticipating Brexit maybe in the next few years. So, yeah, they're the deals that we've done. They're the deals that we've done. I feel like we've got some good little deals done here in terms of adding strength in depth. Of course, we have hoarded in a load of regens. And I did spend the time kind of while I was watching Ben's stream, which I'm assuming a fair few of you have come from. I was spending my time there kind of organising the under-23s and under-18s, kind of getting rid of the players I don't want, making sure that all the under-18s and under-13 players, or under-23 players are in the right teams. Obviously, you've got a fair few of the bigger players out on loan, but in terms of kind of just freeing things up, so, our players are actually going to get time to develop. You can see our squad is a little bit bloated still. Granted, we have got a fair few players out on loan, so I'm hoping this year our youth teams are actually going to do fairly well. That's got to be the aim. Can now Wadi play for the under-18s even though he's 18? He can. Okay, well, we'll put him there. So anyway, we've not been live long if you are just coming in. One thing that is worth noting is the fact that, of course, the South Korean kid, the Maestro, he's on his way in, but he's not joining us until January. He still looks good. He hasn't developed as much recently. He has played 8 games though for South Korea. And, well, another thing that's worth noting is I actually sorted out my staff. I have been stuck on the 4th of August for a lot of kind of time. I've kind of been procrastinating, ready to start streaming when Ben finished. Kind of sorting out staff and stuff. Stuff that I should have done years ago, really. But I finally got around to doing it. So if you look at our transfers on the ins, there's loads of job offers here. There's just loads of different people coming in. Yapstam going to potentially come in as a coach. And, yeah, well, hopefully some of these guys are going to accept, and that's going to help out our kind of staff kind of side of things. You can get my skin. If you put an ! skin, it should come up for you. So anyway, I mean the team's looking fairly good. The first team, I look at it now. Donnarumma is injured for our opening game of the year, which is the Community Shield, which I do want to win against Manchester United after the end of last season. And I feel like I look across our squad, I'm pretty happy with it. You know, there's a few younger players who are probably going to get given chances. In terms of the under-23s, our bigger players are mostly out on loan. There's a few players who I've decided to keep hold of. Ben Woodburn looks on the verge of a loan to Bournemouth, which I think would be a good little loan for him. They were relegated last year. Eddie Perez, I'm sorry boys, he is back in the under-23s, but I think one more year is going to develop him. I have looked, if you look here, at giving him a new contract, but he wants a wage rise. The cheeky bugger. I mean, he's on 85 grand a week. That was a mistake, but he has developed it. I mean, he looks better than he did last time we checked, so that's something, right? And yeah, he's going to be in the under-23s for a while. But anyway, this is the team we're going to go with. Hopefully it's going to be a good little side. And yeah, to start the season, to start the stream, it's Community Shield time against Manchester United. We actually have them in the league in the not-so-distant future. And actually, looking at our start to the season, Tottenham, United, and maybe even Chelsea games we may play today. Anyway, the Perez deal isn't happening. There might be some more contracts for me to fill out here. There isn't. In terms of our team for this Capital One, I was about to call it the Capital One Cup. It's not, it's the Community Shield. Donnarumma's out injured, so it does mean David Ospina makes a debut. Hopefully, he's going to work some magic for us, the Colombian. I believe in him. Elsewhere, Eric Dyer going to be making his kind of debut for the team, which is nice. And, well, the rest of the team remains relatively unchanged. Pulisic, he's on the bench. He's waiting in the wings. The American, pretty good chance that he'll play today at some point. Emre Can got an injury, so we'll take him off Grujic, I think. So get your score predictions in. It's the Community Shield. I want to beat United. If you missed last stream, it was really sad, and you probably shouldn't go back and watch it. It was bad. Worth noting that João Mario, he's now a natural deep line playmaker, or regista. Well, defensive midfielder who's like he's natural in the position, but of course we're training him to play regista. This boy, he's learnt quick. At one season it took him to learn to get natural at defensive midfielder from, I think it was unconvincing or uncomfortable. But anyway, let's see how we get on. I need to sort it out because, as you might be able to see in the background, we are playing in 3D. I want to try and encourage the players. It's the first game of the season. We're persisting with the strikerless system for another year. Hopefully, it's going to work wonders for us. That's the dream. Let's see how we get on. 2-0 Liverpool, 1-0 Liverpool, 2-1 United, 3-1 United. Lots of people predicting a United win. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm going to forgive you. Mbappe back, of course, missed a lot of last season through injury. Hopefully, this year he won't be missing much through injury. That's the aim at least. In terms of streaming today, guys, it's not going to be the longest stream. Of course, I was up very late last night. I do have work in the morning, so we'll probably be streaming for maybe 2 hours, maybe a little bit shy of that. Kind of around midnight for me. And yeah, we'll see how we get on. Anyway, Keane. I mean, he could have headed it back to the keeper there, and he's chosen not to. And that's kind of a bad mistake by Michael Keane, a player who's been largely very solid for us over the years, but he should have gone back to the keeper. Not ideal. So, with regards to the YouTube streams, I did mention it when I just kind of started the stream. If you've been watching the few streams I've uploaded to YouTube, they are about a week out of date. But it is worth noting at this point they're about a season and a half out of date. The issue I've got is that I've got a few streams that upload. The files for the videos are massive, kind of over 10 gigabytes each. We're getting battered in this game. I need to change something. They've got another chance potentially as well. We'll go to the counter system. But yeah, so I've got all the streams and I'm going to be uploading them, but the issue I've got is that I am massively, massively behind on them. So the plan is that I'm probably going to upload a load of them tonight. Anyway, we have a chance here. The tactical change, it's not come into effect yet. João Mario, can he score for us? That's the question. But yeah, so I'll probably end up uploading all the streams that are backlogged, like on the same day, which I know is not ideal, but for you people who just want to binge watch, they'll be there. Maybe I'll upload 2 a day or something just to get them out there. I mean, we don't deserve that goal, but we'll take it. João Mario finishes it. He's been pretty good with the penalties. I forgot to spin the fidget spinner, or what was I spinning it? We'll never know. If you don't know, spin a fidget spinner on a Football Manager penalty. It always goes in. Donnarumma is currently out injured. Hey guys, the dude, how you doing today, dude? Anyway, we're going to play on the counter. I will apologise if I disconnect randomly, or if you can hear the sound of rain. There's a thunderstorm outside my house at the moment. Well, I say thunderstorm. It's been raining. There's no thunder yet, but it feels like there's going to be rain at some point. So if I randomly disconnect, just assume my house was hit by lightning. And I might not be back. Just as a word of warning, you know, I'm hoping it won't happen. But, well, fingers crossed, touch wood. I've probably jinxed it now. Probably jinxed it now. I'm happy with the performance so far. Keep it up. To the person saying you need to replace Keane, he's not world class. I'm not going to say his attributes are world class. But over the last 3 seasons, he's played over 30 games each league season. His average rating is in excess of 7.5. I feel like to suggest that he needs replacing is a little bit silly. Think of the insurance money. You know, actually, my house insurance probably doesn't cover everything in my house at the moment. I should probably get that looked at. It's been the same for 2 years. I feel like when you're a student and like within the first 2 years of employment after being a student, it's amazing what like money feels like to actually have it to spend on things. It's a lovely feeling. Hey Spenny, how are you doing today? How's the thesis writing going? I might be able to get better than Keane, but there's no guarantee the player would perform better than Keane. And also, Brexit is yet to happen in this save, and English players could well be worth a premium, depending on if it's a hard Brexit. Anyway, it's still 1-1 in this game. You'd have to say, since we switched to counter, we've not created loads, but United haven't created a lot either. I say this, they're now on the attack. Martial's bringing it forward. I'm panicking. Panic. Panic. Barlow's there. Bernardo Silva. Barlow, don't let him shoot. Nice tackle. The ball in. I mean, I've jinxed it, haven't I? I've jinxed it. We've got to go on the attack now, unfortunately. I can't sit on counter any longer. But the attacking system really hasn't worked for us this game. We'll make some changes. I'm going to bring in Pulisic for Coutinho. Dele Alli's had a poor game as well, so I'll bring in Asensio. I think we'll take off Mbappe as well. Let's just change the front three. Let's see what they can do. Fresh legs. I mean, it's not looking great, is it? It's not looking hopeful. Maybe there's a chance. Worth noting, we've got a net spend of £17 million this year, which is big. But bear in mind, we did make a profit last year in the transfer window. Chelsea and United have spent more money than us. They spent a lot of money. Renato Sanchez came in for United. I can't remember who Chelsea signed. I think it was Icardi was kind of their big deal. Unfortunately, it's not the start to the season we wanted. I was hoping today was going to be our day. You know, good start. We beat them at the start of, I think, the last stream that we did. If not, it was a recent stream when we played them first. Today, not our day. Not our day, boys. Not happy. Far from pleased. It's not a bottle, but the hat is waiting in the wings. If you don't know about the hat, it's like I wear it out of shame when we screw up as manager. Anyway, as I mentioned, because I was kind of wanting to play this game on stream and I got to the kind of 4th of August early, I went through and started sorting out my staff. Stuff I should have done ages ago. So you'll notice here, we've finally got a load of staff members, which is nice, right? Anyway, Camacho transfer offer. I don't want to loan him out. I want to sell him. He's just filling up a spot in our team, and our coaches can't get enough attention to everyone. Wouldn't have happened with Perez. It may not have done. We'll never know. We'll never know. I will say, guys, obviously we talked about it recently, about the fact we were going to get into, hopefully some more emotes going on Twitch. We do now have a Viduka emote. So for all of you subscribers out there who are like, Jack, I want a Viduka emote, there it is. I've put it out in all its glory. I might change it slightly so it's a little bit more readable, but it's a start. I mean, look at it. If you've got any ideas on how we could change it, let me know. And also, if you have got any ideas for Twitch emotes, obviously they have to kind of work at a small size. But if you have got any ideas for Twitch emotes that you'd like to see, let me know them, because I wouldn't mind switching some of them out. I feel like the van, you know, maybe we could change the van. Maybe we can make it a bus. Maybe we could make it a bottle variant. If you've got an idea, tweet them at me. That's probably the best place to do it, as I'll miss them. And, yeah, there you go. What's the story behind Mark Viduka? So the story behind Mark Viduka is that in my first year of uni, before I started doing YouTube videos, I had a flatmate called Tom, and Tom was a Middlesbrough fan, like a hardcore Middlesbrough fan. I had a season ticket, was from Borough. Mark Viduka was literally his idol. Like, he had a calendar from like years ago just with Mark Viduka's picture on hung up on his wall. He breathed Mark Viduka. And he introduced me to the Mark Viduka song, and we used to listen to it. It used to be a bit of a, you know, a jokey kind of anthem before you go out on a night out, you know, pre-drinks with Mark Viduka playing in the background. These things happen when you're drunk, like you get these weird rituals. But anyway, so I had the song on iTunes because of that, and I knew of the song. And I think we were playing a stream, and we just started playing the Mark Viduka song because we were losing, and we came back from behind to win. And so the song, it was established at that point by, I think, the people watching at the time, that song had some magical powers to you know, get results in Football Manager. So since then, it kind of became this mini thing where if we were losing, you know, we'd turn to the Mark Viduka song in our time of need, and it would reward us. And from there, Mark Viduka has become a thing. For me, in my life, Mark Viduka has followed me through a lot of things now. Anyway, Yapstam signed. Not cheapest wages in the world, but we'll take him in. And I feel like if we get an Australian regen on this save, I might nickname him Mark Viduka. A hat emote, and a do spinner. You see, the thing with like a fidget spinner or a do spinner is they wouldn't scale down that well. But we can maybe get a hat emote. I mean, if someone wants to make a cartoon version of this hat at 100 and I want to say it's 112 pixels by 112 pixels, please do it for me. Tweet me it. I do need it to be able to scale down to, I think it's 22 by 22. But if you want to model this hat into some pixel art, please do it for me and tweet me it. Okay, we're paying £1 million in compensation for a coach. I mean, that doesn't seem like the greatest deal, but I'm going to do it because I'm a mad lad. Becky Knight set to join, another physio to add to our team. She had pretty good physiotherapy. 17. She's been at Oxford as physio for years. I mean, 17 physiotherapy. We'll take it. We'll take it. Bargain for our youth team. Anyway, a few more players joining us. Or not managers, rather, scouts and kind of staff members. It's worth noting, we have £51 million in the bank and we're at the tip of our wage budget. I'm going to ask the board for more money. Give me more wage budget. I can't stress it. That's not worked. Right, what about transfer budget? We might go backwards. I can't stress it. They don't want to give me money. What about a new stadium then? They don't want a new stadium. Do you want anything? Do you want anything, FFG? Anyway, we've got some scout reports coming in. Zaza's been suggested. It's not great. Romagnoli's been suggested. Again, not like a kind of surprise offer, really. See, lots of people are offering to loan Brito. This is the 18-year-old guy who we bought. Now, we bought him for a lot of money. At the moment, it's unlikely that he'll start for us, but I want to train him to play right inside forward because I'd like to have him cutting in on his left foot. Obviously, we play with a strikerless system. He's a really good striker. He could be a really, really good inside forward on attack. So I'm training him there. As soon as he starts picking up that position, I'm then going to try and loan him out in that position. But for now, I think we're going to keep Daniel here in the under-23s. I feel like that is the right thing to do at this moment in his career. So we'll tell everyone he's unavailable for loan. I mean, when you look at the teams who want him on loan, it kind of gives you an idea of how good this guy could be. So last season, we didn't do that great. We didn't do that great, folks. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to hold my hands up. We finished second. We were 1 point off the team who were top. I thought it was our year. It wasn't. I mean, Glenn Ward. They're offering quite a lot of money for Glenny Boy here. We signed him for 700k. How much are they offering? I mean, they're not actually offering that much. Okay, look. 5 million and he's yours. Okay, they didn't completely flat out reject that. I guess the question is, do I think he's actually going to be useful for us? And I'm not sure. They're not sure either. They don't think he's worth that money. If you want to take a look at our tactic, guys, because it is obviously a bit unique, if you put in !tactic, there's actually a Steam Workshop page which obviously has a download of the tactic, but it also has a screenshot of the tactic that includes all the team instructions. So that's probably your best bet if you want to take a look at the system. Obviously, it doesn't have the player instructions in there, but if you subscribe to the tactic, you can load it up in game yourself, take a look at it, have a play around. Is Moodbot working today? He is. He wasn't working yesterday. Charlton want Ojo on loan. I kind of want to sell Ojo, but no one wants Ojo. Someone has got to watch Shea over here. Come on. Look, 5 million for Shea. Take him off my hands. Felix Muller's turned professional. I mean, he looks like a really good goalkeeper. Of course, when we scouted him, one of his weaknesses was consistency. I'm hoping, obviously, that he can still develop and kind of get rid of that as an issue. Okay, Bournemouth want Shea Ojo. They've offered the amount I wanted. You can have him. What is this music? This music is groovy. Even Jack, I'd just like to say thank you for rekindling my love for FM. I bought FM 17 yesterday and just finished my first season, so the love is definitely back. No worries, Dan. Glad you're enjoying it. Who are you managing at the moment? In fact, that goes out to everyone in the chat. Who are you managing in FM at the moment? We've got like 300 odd people here. I expect 300 odd responses, even from you guys who kind of lurk in the background. You know, I know the type. You sit in the shadows, Twitch chat's on in the background. You might be pretending you're studying to your parents or your partner. We all know that you're just playing FM on your laptop. Who are you managing? Tab out of your work, tab out of your FMs. Let me know. Who have we got? We've got Millwall, Lazio, Feyenoord, Burnley, Hartlepool, Fiorentina, Red Bull. I mean, Red Bull isn't a team, but I'll allow it. Sociedad, Bath City, Marseille, Peterborough. I'm trying to keep up. There's a lot here. Bear with me. Ajax, Zagreb. A few Pompey saves going on. Burton, Bayern and Derby. I mean, are you controlling 3 managers in the same universe? Because I used to do that. I'm a freak. Anyway, Forest, Ipswich. I mean, you put a love heart after Ipswich. I understand your name's Ipswich Town FC. I feel like as an individual with Norwich fans within the family, it's wrong for me to kind of reciprocate the love that you've given there for Ipswich. I'm sorry. Anyway, we've got Burnley today. I feel like this is the kind of game where we can just rotate things up, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to play a different front three to what we started previously. This year is going to be quite an interesting year because our squad is a little bit bigger. I think we are going to have to be a little bit smarter when it comes to our rotation of our kind of players. Hertha Berlin, United, Forest Green Rovers. 1860 Munich, haven't they like got some serious problems going on at the moment with their ownership and they've been relegated down a few divisions? I was looking at them. I'm kind of looking at the moment. I talked about this a few streams ago, I think. But I'm thinking for FM 18, I might not do a long-term save. Instead, what I'll do is I'll do some one-season challenges. I think they could be quite interesting to watch. It's a bit easier for people to drop in and out of. But I was looking at 1860 Munich because they've been relegated a load of leagues and they could be quite an interesting team to try and bring some stability to. Although, given the amount of leagues they might be getting relegated down, I think it would need a custom database. Anyway, Keita scores after 3 minutes. He's requested a transfer. I forgot to mention that. Everyone else is happy. Keita's kind of desperate for a move to Monaco again. It's not bad. Eden Jack, hope you had a good day. I did have a good day. I mentioned this earlier. My PC blue screened within the first 5 minutes of being at work, but it was okay except that. It's the best start to work. You know, you sit down, you slam down your bag, you open up what you were working on the previous kind of week, and your computer blue screens. A little bit of internal crying happened. I considered going back to bed and going home, but I'm glad I didn't. I pushed through the day, and it was a good day. Have I considered doing a building a nation save again? I have, Snakers. The only issue with those is I feel like FM doesn't actually handle like nations being built up that well in terms of kind of the youth kind of quality rating increasing over time, if I'm honest. I feel like it's actually pretty rare it does it. I think a good example would be the Gibraltar save. And you actually consider the amount of, considering that obviously Gibraltar raised kind of quite high in the world. I know they have a tiny population, there wasn't actually that much difference in terms of the quality of the players that were being generated, despite all the kind of facility changes. Any suggestions of who to play as? I'll tell you, Soul Sorcerer, as well. I tell everyone who asks me, Jack, what save should I do? I think with FM, everyone has their own way they like to play. Some people will like to, start in a top league and develop a player, or not develop a player, but develop a lot of players. Maybe Southampton's the team for you. Maybe you're a team and you like relying on young players, you like homegrown players, but you also like to have a few divisions to go through, in which case someone like Crew might be a good team to go as in Football Manager. Maybe it's someone who doesn't like managing in England. Maybe you like having a nice platform to springboard off, so maybe a high-end championship team's the thing to go with. Maybe you just want to spend a load of money. Barcelona's the team for you. I feel like when people ask me to suggest a team, it's a bit pointless. I could pluck any team out of thin air. In fact, I used to just give the trolley answer of Boston United, because I'm from Boston originally. So we're 3-0 up here. We're doing quite well. So what I'd say is just think about what you enjoy in an FM save. What FM saves have you enjoyed in the past? What was it that you enjoyed about them that maybe you haven't enjoyed about saves you've not been able to get into? And try and find a team that kind of fits what you enjoy. Hopefully that's a good answer. People always ask me, what team should I manage? Really, I should just get that exact speech recorded so I can just hit a tape player play button. If you're failing financial fair play on wages, you'll only be fined. You won't lose points in Football Manager. It's only if you fail the profit and losses. The wage rises isn't a big deal when it comes to financial fair play. Anyway, we're 4-0 up. I've not really been talking about the game. We're doing well. My job, I work as a marketing and cinematic artist at Creative Assembly on the Total War games. So I make things look pretty. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with how things are going, boys. I mean, we've mixed up the front three, it's worked. Pulisic letting the team down. I'll let him off. I think we'll bring in fact, no, we won't make a change now. We already made one due to injury. Right, what can we do here? I want more goals. I want 8. What does my job entail? So I work on stuff like marketing trailers and 2D marketing kind of assets. It's kind of graphic design, lots of in-game stuff as well. I feel I'm kind of the jack of all trades in the kind of marketing and cinematics team. I do a bit of everything. I can't really talk about the specifics of my work, and I can't really talk that much about kind of Total War as a franchise. Obviously, I've got an NDA. I'm sworn to secrecy. Sonic the Hedgehog would swing in through my bedroom window if I opened my mouth about something I shouldn't. So I just kind of don't talk about my work, really, but I'm happy to tell people about the kind of general gist of it. Well, we have got a 5th finally, so that's something. Asensio banged it in. Let's take off Michael Keane and bring in Bastoni, and we'll also bring on Mbappe for Pulisic. You made things look pretty. Yeah, look at your stream. Fuck you too, Snakers. 5-0 up. 5-0 up. It's all gone well today. Can we get 6? I said I wanted 8. It didn't look likely, but I might start to believe. Kante, finish it! It's all going to plan. I mean, it's a good first game of the season, isn't it? We've not had a shot on target against us yet. As I said, guys, I'm not going to talk about the specifics of my job. That's a few questions that obviously I can't answer. Do guys at your office play FM? No, a few of them have dabbled in it casually, but there's not any that play it all year round. You know, there's a few get the spark when the season starts. They want to play FM. But actually, at the moment, a lot of people in the office just play Overwatch. We kind of have a group of 6 of us who play. A few of the kind of people who play have picked up the game recently. I have 2 accounts that have Overwatch where I just kind of play on a Smurf account with them. So that's pretty fun. But yeah, no FM in the office. Occasionally I'll try and play it with cloud saves and stuff, but it's really annoying not having all your graphics installed. And like none of my views and stuff carry over, and like stuff like my skin doesn't carry over. It's just a bit of a faff, and I've just not bothered setting it up. Do the guys you work with know you as well at Space? I mean, they know I do YouTube. There's some of them watching my streams and stuff. Like it's not that weird. It was obviously it's not. I guess the weird thing is now, like YouTube isn't really a weird thing anymore. Most people kind of understand, like, oh, okay, so you stream on Twitch, or oh, you do kind of gaming videos on YouTube. Obviously, working in the games industry, perhaps that's a little bit more kind of likely than, say, you worked in a bank and did YouTube on the side. I feel like people would be a bit confused then compared to kind of, I guess, with the people I work with. But no, they call me Jack. I'm a normal person. I just run a YouTube channel. A few of them run YouTube channels as well and stuff. Yeah, it's not an unusual thing. In fact, I think more than half the people who I would say I talk with regularly at work have YouTube channels, so it's not a weird thing at all. And you know, most of us have kind of, you know, in excess of 20,000 subscribers. It's not like, it's not a weird thing. It's not unusual, really. I mean, Jub, whoever your 17-year-old regen is, give him an £85,000 a week wage. That's what you need to do. Hey, MC Loud. What the hell? I have you followed, but it didn't appear as online. You didn't appear on my follow list, so I had to head over to the FM stream to see you online. Twitch, bro, sort it out. Well, you're here now. Welcome to the party. You've not missed too much. I mean, you missed us bottle the Community Shield. We did just win 6-0, and I did notice United, they drew against Watford on the opening day of the season. Of course, Watford, if they'd drawn against United at the end of last season, we would have won the league. It just feels bad. It just feels bad. Got Spurs next. That's actually quite a big game. As I said, our first few games today, Tottenham we've got to play. United are going to be tricky. Norwich are newly promoted. We should do well against them. So Choi is the last player to come in. Brooks Lennon. Yeah, you can go out. Naby Keita. It's an awful offer. So yeah, last player in is Choi Hyun Chan. In terms of transfers, I know there's a few people who came in a little bit later. Just so you can see them here. In terms of sales this year, we saw Joel Matip. He had 1 year left on his contract. Ezekiel Barco left us. Of course, a player who joined us a few years ago. Young Argentine, didn't get a work permit. We moved him on. A few other kind of backup players. Trippier left. Moreno left. Rodrigo. Kai Chow left. I think that's how you say it. Kai Chow. And then in terms of players that we brought in, a few regens, but if we look at the big players, really, Eric Dyer joined us from Tottenham. Pulisic joined us. Diego Llorente joined us. Ospina joined us. Patrick Roberts joined us as well. Zeka joined us, but he didn't get a work permit. I accidentally bought him, so we've just loaned him out immediately. Mistakes were made. And Daniel Brito, young player from Sporting, I decided to spend big on him. 18 years old, 3 goals in 4 appearances with Portugal's national team. He looks very, very good for the future, and I don't think we're going to get him any cheaper than what we paid for him, unfortunately. So it's worth noting, actually, Grujic, he has 1 year left on his contract. I might want to look to sell him because he didn't get a work permit when I offered him a new contract. So, yeah, I should sell him. I don't think we'll get very much for him because he is in the last year of his contract. I can't believe he didn't get a work permit, though. Not ideal. I've not checked for a regen called Danny Dick, but I'm going to assume there isn't one. Okay, a team actually made an offer for Grujic. 9.5 million? Okay, I'm kind of happy with that. He had 1 year left on his contract. I wasn't expecting to get that for him. Is there a regen called Danny Dick? Yeah. I feel like that name's probably been removed now, so you can't have it anymore. So if Grujic goes out, that's going to give us £10 million to spend. We really don't have that much money. I mean, is there a centre mid we could bring in? I guess that's the question, isn't it? Is there a centre mid we could bring in? Brexit has not happened yet. Brexit has not happened yet. So if you're just coming in, I have just run through the transfers. I'm not going to show them again, but we have signed Eric Dyer, we signed Pulisic, and a few other players. Ospina came in, Diego Llorente came in. So some interesting players, but nothing too revolutionary. I'm getting Sergio Samper. I mean, he's good. He's not great. I mean, do we need another player for Grudge? I mean, where does Grudge fit in the centre mid pecking order? I mean, I don't think we need another centre mid, if I'm being completely honest. We do play, of course, with 3 centre mids and a centre attacking mid. I guess one of those 3 centre mids is a defensive mid. United have signed Diego Costa. What are Chelsea doing? It's like they want United to win the league. Yeah, Ospina's backup. Dyer was for 40 million. I mean, United have been the bane of my existence for the last few years, and now they have Diego Costa. I know he's old. Still a bit annoying. So Brexit in FM, it has a load of different kind of potential... that's a problem. So Teo Hernandez has got injured, but Jose Guy has been transfer listed. So we might just be able to buy a replacement. Can we loan him? Okay, they don't want him to be loaned out. Gaia is a very good left back. Why has he not played much for them? What's the catch? Injuries. It's fine, plays brother. I mean, it is true. It is true. With the injury to the left back, Lucas is the natural alternative option, and Lucas is literally Teo Hernandez's brother. So it could work. One brother replacing another. Alexander-Arnold would be the other option to play at left back. Of course, we did let Moreno go this summer, so left back is actually a position where we have a bit of a player missing. It's a trap, don't sign him. I agree. I don't like that injury proneness, particularly if our current left back's injured. I think Emre Can is slightly available to play left back. I mean, could he play as a complete wing back and support? I don't really like that acceleration. 10 acceleration, 11 crossing. I'd love them to be just a teeny tiny bit better. Just for my liking. He's not a terrible option there. Did I forget to register Diego Llorente? Let's sort that out. So it's actually worth noting, on the registration front, we've got a lot of players under 21. And players who are under the age of 20 or of the age of 20 or younger don't have to be registered, which is kind of useful for us here because we have got quite a big squad with a lack of homegrown players. Youth prospect shown on the club screen is down to if you're playing on a laptop or what the resolution of your display is. There isn't like a hidden secret button for it. So Shea Ojo is going to leave for 5 million. Who are the other sales that we've got going? Gruitch for 9.5. That is going to give us some money to maybe bring in a new centre mid. Who's transfer listed at centre mid? Let's have a look. There's no one that great, is there? What about contract status expiring in a year? Someone like Christoph Kramer. Herrera wouldn't be bad. I just don't think he's going to want to join us, and his wages are very, very big. I mean, we could bring Lallana back. Hashtag bring Lallana home. How much do they want for him? I'll give you 5 million. Didn't think they'd do that. We'll get Teixeira's available. Interesting. Again, he's not really the centre mid I need. We've got so much attacking talent. I'm really looking for a good centre mid. If we need one, that is. I don't think we necessarily do. Bring back the banana. Let's bring Lallana back. Where did I get my fidget spinner from? I got it from a dodgy store in town. It's like from a mobile phone repair shop. You know, you standard place, you go to get gimmicky things which aren't going to last very long. Anyway, Spurs coming up. Big game for us. And look, I've got my fidget spinner. We spin it when there's penalties against us. So far, I've spun the fidget spinner for 5 penalties. Every single one's gone in. Okay, United have Chelsea today. If United can lose this, that's really good for us, because United have been a pain, and I want them to slip up. They slipped up against Watford on the first day of the season. If they fail to win in their first 2, Chelsea are my heroes. Chelsea, did you do it? Okay, Meyer is now happy to stay. Well, that's good. I mean, you're not transfer listed, so it's nice news. You know, Martinez available for 8 million. 8 million! 8 million! 8! What's the catch? What is the catch? I mean, I don't really need another centre-back, but I'd take him. I mean, as a ball-playing defender, we could afford him as well. I mean, it would literally be a swap of him for Gruitch, plus we get a little bit more money. We didn't sell Emre Can in the end, Helby. We kept hold of him. We've brought in a few new players. You've not missed too much of the stream. I did a lot of this off-stream. But following on from signing Pulisic, we signed Lucas from Atletico Madrid. I think that deal was going on. Diego Llorente, Patrick Roberts and Brito. Brito's probably the big player. Really good regen. Loads of talent. Hopefully he can turn into a world beater. Diego Llorente was a bit of centre-back cover. Let's just do a quick comparison of Martinez and Keane. I'm curious. I mean, is he that much better than Keane? Is he that much better? I mean, he's got a better long shots and free kicks. I mean, his mentals are better. I guess the question is he worth it for the price we have to pay? And the reality is, yes, he is. I mean, could he be a good regista? Not really, his vision isn't good enough. The thing is, £8 million is nothing. It's like free money. We'll see how much he wants wage-wise. I have this horrible feeling he's going to ask for like £130,000 in wages. Hey, Jack, did you know that fidget spinners are like boomerangs? Throw out your fidget spinner out your window and watch. Not going to do that. Not going to do that. Anyway, we've got an injury. Teo Hernandez is out. Alexander Arnold is the obvious option. Then Lucas comes onto the bench. I think we will play our strongest 11. Of course, Gruitch is out in... What's his injury? Is that going to impact his transfer deal? No, it's a minor injury. Panic over, everyone. Wijnaldum onto the bench. Dele Alli down the middle. Coutinho out on the left. Mbappe on the right. I mean, the fact that we have a front three that I can completely change like that and it's still a really good front 11 is going to be useful this year. Because the last few years... We've been resting our team quite a lot, whereas this year, I actually feel in a situation where I can just completely rotate the team and have faith in them to get results in the league. So the formation we're using is a 4-1-2, 4-1-2-3-0 strikerless formation. Donnarumma's injured at the moment. He's fit. I forgot he was fit. Ospina, don't make a mistake, or else I'll feel like I've made a mistake. Alright, well I've bottled it, so I'll put on the hat. And the hat can change. We've bottled it. Donnarumma was injured. I should point out, Donnarumma was injured. That's why he didn't play last game. I mean, I really hope we win this now. Statistically, pretty close game. Just that one chance that Tottenham took early on. Obviously, Eric Dyer playing against his former club on a booking. Should I be worried? I feel like I should be. I feel like I should be. I'm not happy, boys. Dele Alli's been awful. Mbappe's been awful. Let's make the changes. Who played well last game? Hernandez played well. going to take off Dele Alli and Mbappe and bring on Bernandes and Pulisic. I think Naby Keita is worth 22 million. I think we paid 30 million for him here. Anyway, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Can we have a fight back? I'm doing another team talk from the sideline because I can't remember if I did one in game. I see focused on the tactics. I've noticed that they're playing Lallana in this kind of deeper role. Not like this. Berardi cuts inside. It deflected. Ospina. What a stop. What a stop. Maybe he wasn't the biggest bottle after all. Can we stop the ball getting in? I mean, we didn't stop it going in, but their header was awful. This hat really isn't that comfortable over my headset. I've got to be honest. My ears get all warm and uncomfortable. But I did bottle it. So we have one change left in this game. Coutinho's had a poor game. I'm going to take him off and I'm going to bring in Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum's been pretty good in front of goal when we've needed him to. I mean, did we check the United score? I feel like I forgot to check it if they lost against Chelsea. I mean, we need to do something here. We need to get a draw at least. Wijnaldum on off the bench. Through to Kante. Options onto his right. He goes outside to Alexander-Arnold. Tries to get it onto his right foot. Of course, he is playing left back despite being right footed due to the injury. But we are still bringing it forward. Thiago Maia. Keita. Pulisic. Can't find it through. Kante. Pulisic. Keita. I mean, that's got to be a goal. That's got to be a goal. And now they'll probably just score to destroy all hope that I had. Never mind. Son Heung-min smashes it over. I still believe, boys. I still believe. Do you believe? Ducks fly together. Pulisic. Keita. Finish it this time, you wazzock. What are you doing? Naby, Naby, Naby. I mean, maybe I should sell him to Monaco. Maybe I should. I mean, it could have been 2-1. It could have been 2-1. I mean, they might just score now to rub salt in the wound. Not happy. I'm taking off the hat. The goalkeeper was not the mistake. Naby Keita deserves to wear the hat. Not happy. Not happy. What was that, boys? Did United lose? No, they won. Of course they did. PJ Salt. Can we get some PJ Salt in the chat, please? Martinez, backup. I mean, he's happy to be a backup. What do we reckon his wage demands are going to be? He's on 71 grand a week. I've told him he's going to be a backup for us. I'm going to guess he's going to ask for 97 million. And no, that'd be a lot of money. £97,000. How much do you think he's going to want a week? I'm going to offer him 60 grand. Because I'm a tight, stingy, terrible person. Okay. Okay. I underestimated. A few people got closer than I did. We'll walk away from that. We'll walk away from that. This is a public service announcement, by the way, guys. Auto saves. Save saves. Get it on in your preferences. Don't lose a save because you didn't put auto saves on. Make it happen. Don't lose a save due to your own incompetence. I mean, he seemed like a great transfer until he asked for 100 and whatever. I mean, my assistant thinks he wants between 60 and 83 grand a week. You're wrong. I'm sorry, Mr. Kevin Hunt. Your scout report's wrong. I don't know what to tell you. Heavy Rev, I'll show you the keeper instructions, but you can just download the tactic on the Steam Workshop if you want to. Right, let's make sure we put Donnarumma in goal as well. So goalkeeper instructions. It is... what have we got? Fewer risky passes, distribute to centre-backs. Man, I got a virus and is out for 1.5 years on my save. What do I do? Reload. No, I'm joking. Panic. Yeah, basically, panic. You say this, and I literally lost the save 20 minutes ago from not auto-saving. Let me show you, folks, how to auto-save. You click the Use Auto-Save button in Preferences. You put it to New Save for everything, or you can put it on a rolling save. I'd have it on 10. And then put it on fortnightly, weekly, or daily if you're a nutty geezer. But I feel like fortnightly is fine. And never lose a save again. And if you want to be really protective, copy and paste your save files over into a separate folder in case, for whatever reason, the hard drive that you normally save to fails one day. Like, just auto-saves, saves. Don't be a wazzock, save your saves. It's not that catchy, that line, is it? Let's be honest. Don't be a wazzock, save your save. Auto-save, saves. That is what you should do. I don't know if I want to sign anyone. I don't think I do. I feel like I'm happy with the team. Alan Butler's still complaining about the fact we're training him to jump. He's been... How long has he been training to jump for? It's been a while. He's up to 11.8 jumping and he's still complaining about it. Come on, Alan. You've been on a trampoline for the last, well, 25 months at this point. You're going to keep on that trampoline. Keep jumping. What's Wijnaldum's on? Strength. I mean, what was I thinking? Mbappe. I mean, mate, your finishing needs improvement. You got 12 finishing and you don't think that's benefiting you. Answers on a postcard, please. Can we get it on a t-shirt? Maybe one day. Auto-save, saves. Would people actually want that on a shirt? I'm dubious about that. I feel like answers on a postcard would be more likely for people to want it on a shirt. And even then, I don't know if people would want it. I feel like it'd have to be a fancy typography design. I'd quite like to get like a postcard emote. But I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. Burrito. Who broke the leg? When did this happen? When did you break your leg, Simon? Why didn't you tell me? I mean, there's definitely a news item that I missed there. Duncan Burrito's out for 5 to 6 weeks. That's a little bit of a concern. But we'll relax. How are we doing in the under-23s group? We're top. We're top, boys. Celebrate. Charlie Austin's top goal scorer in it too. See you later, Giggsy. Thank you for watching the stream today, dude. Sign Tioto as a tribute. I could. I feel a bit funny like signing people after like games after they pass away and stuff. I mean, it's really, really sad. Like beyond sad, if we're being completely honest. It's tragic. I didn't even know this was a team. Beijing Beikong. Are they like a new team? I mean, I don't have any league history for them. Gruitch is out at least. Thoughts on Van Dijk? I mean, he'd be very good for Liverpool. I've talked about this before though, and I'll talk about it again because I get asked like, what do you think of this player that Liverpool have been linked with this week? And I'm going to give the same response now. I'm sure that you've heard before from me if you watch the stream a lot. Liverpool just fuck up our transfers. The amount of players Liverpool have been linked with and it's not happened, I don't want to count. Salah's happened before this summer when he ended up at Chelsea. Willian, Trezera. There's some more on this list. Help me out here, chap. There's loads of players Liverpool have been linked with over the years that just haven't happened. So I find it absolutely pointless to talk about players Liverpool have been linked with vaguely, because usually they don't happen. I mean, Conor Pianka was basically confirmed as well. Like, basically confirmed doesn't mean confirmed. Mkhitaryan, Dele Alli, yes, there's plenty, isn't there? Mkhitaryan, Dele Alli, Conor Pianka, Teixeira, Mohamed Salah, Willian. I mean, I'm not being funny. It's just not. It's not worth talking about the players Liverpool are linked with until they sign on the dotted line. Hector as well. Someone pointed out. Thank you, Jub. Alexis Sanchez was another. Like, let's not talk about players Liverpool are linked with, because as soon as you say Liverpool have been linked with a player, it means it's not happening. Anyway, we are taking on Norwich today. I'm going to rotate the team a little bit. I'm going to give Asensio a game in centre mid. I might play Bastoni in this game as well, because this is the kind of game where Bastoni needs game time. I think I'm going to give him the nod. The youngster, 20 years old, wonder kid. It's kind of the perfect game for him to play in. Get your score predictions in. I mean, we don't have Suarez to score a hat-trick against Norwich today, but I expect a demolition job. What skin do I use? I use my own custom skin. It only changes the tactics screen and the player profile screen. As you can see, Snaker's helping me out big time. There's a link to a video kind of talking about my skin, how you can download and install it. I mean, the keeper played an advantage there, but I don't feel like there was an advantage. But, I mean, we'll go with it. Dele Alli, Mbappe. I mean, that's a lovely move. That is a lovely little 1-2. I love that. Perfect start to the game. Love that. Dele Alli, little 1-2, give, go. Mbappe sucks in 4 players, creates space. Nice finish, Dele. More goals, please. I was trying to think of like an emote for subscribers that would kind of symbolise like when I don't go on defensive and I should, but I don't know what that would be. I mean, would it just be a big red bus? And you guys could spam it when I then bottle it and say like, oh, you should have parked the bus. I mean, I don't know. If you've got any ideas for emotes, as I said, a few people mentioned, you know, some. Like, what would you want to spam in chat other than bottle? I mean, maybe the red hat. Maybe postcards, answers on a postcard. I don't know. Let me know. What would you use? Anyway, we're 2-0 up. We're loving it. Also, of course, the other thing with Twitch emotes is it's useful if you can use them in other chats as well. You know, they have a relevance across multiple. A hat emote. Yeah, we could use a hat emote, couldn't we? If you don't know, the Regista hat I wear when I bottle it. It happens occasionally, I'll be honest. I need to work out how I'm going to make a pixel art version of this hat, though. Oh my gosh, Coutinho, what was that? Hit the woodwork. We have now got a Viduka emote. It's beautiful. I'd still like to tweak it slightly. I mean... did I say... I said Regista hat. It's a Ramdeuter hat. What am I... It's because I play a Regista in my system. Football Manager, if you want to send me a Regista hat, I'll wear that too on stream. Make it happen. It's a Ramdeuter hat. I can read, look. Ramdeuter. The issue is if you're wearing it on your head, someone literally has to like run around you to see what the hat says. And even then, if they don't play Football Manager, they're literally not going to be able to pronounce the word on it. And they're just going to ask, what is it? I bottled the hat's name. There's a sweet irony there, isn't there? Anyway, 3-0 up in this game. We're doing well. Eddie Perez hasn't scored his first goal from open play, but if you didn't see it yesterday, he did score in the FA Cup final from the penalty spot, and it was the winning penalty. And now, right now, Perez is on a little trip. You know, he's in the under-23s, bubbling away. I feel like it's best for his development rather than bringing him on off the bench and watching him just not touch the ball for the entire game. I've never ever played with a Ramdoy in FM, says Rent. I don't think I've played with a Ramdoy. I think when the role was first added, actually I might have played one with a kind of Nottingham Forest save I did in my own time. But yeah, I don't feel like I've used a Ramdoy that much. I just like my inside forwards more, I guess. Anyway, Arsenal, I bottled that as well. Norwich have actually had quite a good chance there. Fortunately, defence held firm. Big ball forward, Keane's there, Thiago Maia. Of course, we are playing a rotated team today, so I'm not expecting fireworks, but well, it'd be nice to win by a fair few. We're 4-0 up. You're 3-0 up, play a Ramdoiter. Good idea. Good idea. Right, Ramdoitering it up. I mean, what is the difference? What instructions can we add? I mean, it looks like they literally have the instructions that I put on my inside forward, if I'm being completely honest. Anyway, we'll bring in Pulisic to play ahead of Coutinho. Who else do I maybe want to give some game time to? Let's give Lucas some game time at left back, and I'll hold on to the last sub for now. Right, pressure. I mean, we should have scored. We should have scored. Dele Alli, that was shocking. I might sub you off for that miss. I mean, we can't bottle this and finish 4-4. I don't care what anyone says. It's not happening. Let's bring off Maya. Let's bring in Wijnaldum, because he is complaining about lack of first-team football. I will say, with Pulisic, for whatever reason, I like to call him Pusilic. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I can't read. But if I do call him that at any point, I'm trying to get over the habit of calling him Pusilic, because it is Pulisic. I did sit on the way to work today, walking, saying his name aloud, trying to get it in my head that his name is Pulisic, not Pusilic. But, yeah, if I do screw up, shout at me. Get angry, get mean. Anyway, we need to defend here. And we've not defended, we've lost another clean sheet. We've lost another clean sheet. I don't know why I went to make another sub. We've made 3 subs. I can't count. 4-1 is how this is going to finish. It's a good result. Not bad with a rotated side. Kind of expect us to beat Norwich. Well done, boys. I think a few people did say 4-1. I'm going to blame the Ramdoiter. 10 goals in 3 games isn't bad. City have actually done the exact same. Unfortunately, we also lost a game. Switzerland boss was having a look at... Oh, Timo Closer. Who's this guy? Seferovic. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. And now we have United. This is where this gets serious, boys. If we lose here against United, we're going to be 4 points behind them after 4 games of the season. It's not what we need. It's not what we want. I'm a little bit nervous going into it. I'll be completely honest with you. Give a few players a chance to get match fit. Oh, laddie, you should be playing in the under 18s. Why are you in the senior squad? Well, that's a misclick. He's meant to be in the under 18s. Jack, I'm using your tactics. My team defenders keep getting caught and they break on us. Would you say drop to a deeper line? I'd maybe suggest moving the fullback slightly deeper. What do I think of Dendonka in FM? I don't really have an opinion. I'm going to be honest. Weird question, but do you wear casual clothes at work or smart ones? I can wear whatever clothes I want at my work. It's lovely. If you want to turn up in weird leggings, you can turn up in weird leggings. You're not allowed Daryl. I'm sorry, he's not available. Ward's not available either. Can you bugger off, please? A few players in Team of the Week. That's nice. So I wear a suit and tie every week. I do. I actually wear a bow tie most commonly. I mean, if you've ever seen the YouTuber Report of the Week, he's the guy who reviews fast food dressed in a suit. That is literally me IRL. Wijnaldum's been dropped for the national team. I mean, look, that's a good sign. Look at all the players in the under-21s. Eddie Perez, Spain's under-21s. It's happening, boys. Get hyped. Anyone else here? Lisa in the under-21s. Mbappe in the under-21s. Woodburn. Butler. I hope Butler starts... I was about to say, I hope he starts playing for the under-21s. Literally is playing for the under-21s. I'm not a smart person. Did Firmino get injured a lot for me? I don't think he did. We just ended up selling him for 90 million. Ben doesn't know Eddie Perret. What? I thought Ben was like a fan. I used to call him Guy in the Cool. I gave him everything he wanted. The fact that loads of people are bidding on Daryl Tribe makes me kind of interested for his future. I feel like you wouldn't have teams bidding on him unless they thought he was actually good. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Is our under 18s not set up with their training? No. Oh, the good players are. I can't be bothered to go through the rest. I'm a terrible manager. We sold Firmino for 90 million. He got a donation with look at Eddie Perez and he had no... What? What? I thought Ben cared. I mean, if someone told me look for Little Runt, I'd know who they're talking about. Not even captain material. Anyway, United today, or tomorrow. Get your score predictions in. I say this, we've got the Champions League draw coming up. Are we like a higher seed this year? No, we're still a third seed. I call him Runt. He's a runt. He's a runt of a litter. Not even a leader. Right, I'm going to skip through this. This takes far too long. Draw all teams. No, I lied. Automatic draw. What group do we want to be in? Zenit? That'd be an okay group to be in. Don't really want to be in A, B or D. F would be okay. I've got the hat ready for if we bottle the draw. I'm feeling... I don't want Group A. Really, we can't get Group A anyway. We can't get Group B because Spurs have been drawn in there. Group E isn't that bad. F looks like the group to be in. F or H. F or H. I'll take it. Not Group C. I don't really want to be with Madrid. That's okay. Not D either. Not E. I mean, all we need now is Milan in our group. All we need now is Milan in our group, and we've got a group of death. Although Milan can't be in the group, actually, because Juve are in it. Huh. That's not going to be an easy group. That's not going to be an easy group. In fact, is that the group of death? You'd say Barcelona United are favourites there. Bayern and Tottenham, probably favourites. Yeah, I'd say our group. Maybe Group H as well is going to be tricky. I'd say our group is probably the group of death. This is where you'd want the Hatter moat, isn't it? This is where the hat emote would be useful. I'm going to hold it here. If someone wants to make a pixel rendition of this hat, please do it for me. I'll show it in all its glory here. You know, we just want this as a Twitch chat emote. Make it happen. Didn't play the Champions League anthem. Punished. I didn't want the Twitch stream muted. Why did I start answering the press conference? I don't know. I should say, if you are enjoying the stream, if you've not already, hit the follow button. If you're really enjoying the stream, if you've been enjoying the stream over the last week, if you'd like to see more Twitch emotes, and you want to support me as a streamer, please do consider subscribing on Twitch. It is greatly appreciated. Of course, if you are an Amazon Prime owner, you do have Twitch Prime as well that you can use. It's greatly appreciated. Obviously, it shows kind of some support towards me. You get some cool emotes. We're going to get some cooler ones in. And the more people that subscribe, the more that we can have. The more hats that we can have in the chat. But no, it's not expected. And if you don't want to subscribe, because I know for some people you don't want that kind of burden of kind of knowing that each month it's going to kind of leave automatically, or you have to remember to unsubscribe when you're subscribed. The other thing you can do is just give a one-off donation. Obviously, with kind of subscriptions, the money is split between myself and Twitch. If you enjoy what I do on YouTube and Twitch and all the other platforms kind of that I'm on, I'm only on YouTube and Twitch. Don't use Facebook. I guess I'm on Twitter, but there's not a lot to appreciate about my Twitter timeline. Yeah, you can give a one-off donation. They are greatly appreciated. It goes towards the essentials in terms of kind of my rent, just unforeseen costs. For recently, my PC broke. And, of course, the most essential thing in life, pizza. I mean, that is literally the most essential thing in life. You can tell me anything you want, but you're wrong. Right, we're taking on United today. I'm going to play my theoretical best 11, with the exception of Teo Hernandez, who is out injured. So this is the team we're going to go with. It's going to be Coutinho, Dele Alli and Mbappe, Kante and Keita in centre mid, Mario playing that regista role, centre backs Eric Dyer, Michael Keane, right back, Klein, Alexander Arnold at left back. I'm just realising our back four's all English. That's impressive. I'll take that. That is priorities right there. Back four all English. You're loving that. Get score predictions in. We did lose 3-1 to them earlier on stream. That was at Wembley. Today we're away from home. It's not going to be easy. I have a Patreon. Snakers, you've just linked my Patreon. I don't think I've ever used the Patreon account. Who subscribed on Patreon? Who did this? Because this Patreon was set up years ago. Who did this? Was it you, Snakers? Now, I don't know who set... Klein gave away a penalty. I set up a Patreon account years ago. This Patreon account has not been logged into. I mean, whoever gave $33, thank you very much. I'm going to hunt you down and log into that Patreon account and find out. Right, Diego Costa scores. I mean, it's not great. You need to check your Twitter link on Twitch. It's still linked to Jaxie. Thank you for pointing that out, that British guy. It's greatly appreciated. I need to change that. The fact when I got the Twitter username work the space, which I hadn't had until last month, I literally cried with happiness. It was the most beautiful thing ever to happen to my life. It was like I felt whole again. Okay, this isn't going to plan. We're going to go on the counter system. We're going to go on the counter system. Because playing on the front foot isn't working. We might need to hit them on the break. Pogba tripping up Naby Keita. Book him, ref. Only a lecture. Lectures him. Why was it Jaxie in the first place? Because that's like an old screen name that I've used for years. And I had that Twitter account before I had YouTube. Right, playing on the counter. This is not going to be an easy game, but I mean the start of this game's not been ideal. Yo, Mark Viduka, indeed. That made me jump. Thank you very much, Atomic Ghost, for subscribing. Welcome to... I don't have a group name for my subs, but thank you very much, dude. You subscribe with Twitch Prime. As I said, if you are an Amazon Prime user, you get a free sub every month. It's a deflected shot. We've never seen that before in FM. Can we get some love for Atomic Ghost in the chat. Show him some love. Thank you very much, dude. I do appreciate it. Raise your Vidukas for him in the chat. Raise your Vidukas. Dare to Viduka. We need to dare to Viduka here. We need a goal before half-time. It's not looking likely. We're on a rare attack here. Maybe a striker brilliance is what's needed. Kante, Coutinho. To Alexander-Arnold. Options in the middle. I mean, Van Dijk's tackled him. Now I'm a little bit nervous. Now I'm a little bit nervous. I mean, can we break now? Can it happen? Kante, big ball up to Coutinho. Kyle Walker's off. Kyle Walker is off. I mean, you're spacemen. That's what you are. You're a spaceman now, Atomic Ghost. I will say now, in subscribing here, you do become a spaceman officially. Like, NASA will contact you. It's the cheapest way, subscribing here on Twitch, to become a spaceman in the world. Facts. Okay, they're playing a lot more defensive now. I mean, we have an extra man. I noticed they're playing without a right winger, so we're going to put Alexander-Arnold on attack. Yeah, they're playing without a right winger. So Alexander-Arnold on the left side can go forward more. I think it is Bernardo Silva who's their number 7. Yeah, it is. He's insane. They spent £101 million on him. He's not bad. Right, they're down a man. We have to make it count. João Mario, ball back post. Keita, he can hit them from there. He doesn't. Coutinho can also hit them from there. Kante can. Mbappe, oh, it's hit the post. It's hit the back of De Gea and gone away to safety. I mean, we need to pile on the pressure in the second half. Right, can we make something happen? Keita, Mbappe, options on ahead. He skins his man. Pogba, send him off, Rev. Get him off the pitch. He is off. He is. What is happening? United, 2 men sent off. I mean, suddenly we need to win this game. They're playing without a striker. Absolutely no respect being shown. No respect being... I mean, if we can score the free kick now, let's rub salt in the wound. I mean, that's not the free kick routine to do there, boys. I mean, at this point, am I worth just playing with one centre-back? Mario can probably go as a striker at this point. Yo, Snakers has subscribed. Ivaduka can too. Thank you very much, dude. Can we get some love in the chat? Raise your Vadukas for Snakers. Thank you very much, dude. I do appreciate it. How's Mario been playing today? Who's been the bad performers? Mbappe's been bad, but we'll play him at striker. Then Mario can play there. That makes sense. We'll go with that. Salt in the wound. Right. Half an hour. Team talk time. Aggressive. Show some passion, boys. Show it. They've changed their system. My word. The mind games are being played by Mourinho here. I mean, we might as well set both fullbacks to be on attacking now. Who has not performed? Mbappe hasn't performed today. Asensio up top. Who else hasn't performed? Name and shame. João Mario not performed out on the right. Let's bring in... In fact, let's bring in Bernardes. And I think we'll bring in Pulisic as well. And we'll bring him in for Dele Alli. Not good today. In fact, we should probably change things up like that. At least Bernardes is natural there. We need to fight this back. 25 minutes. I mean, thinking about it. They've gone back to the other system. They're like changing their tactic constantly. More direct. Hoofball. Screw this sexy football. We're going fast. We're going hard. Let's play fairly wide and stretch them as well if we can. And then exploit the middle. We really should look to exploit the middle. They've got no one there. Perez could save you. It's true. I mean... 5 minutes left. We're very attacking at this point. It is worth noting that. We could get caught out by a 9-man Manchester United. Although this is going to be a pointless hideout where Martial skins everyone and then smashes it over. It's not a pointless highlight when Martial runs 30 yards and smashes it over. I'll put on my hat. I'll put on the hat. I know I leant on the space bar there as well, so it paused. This hat really is not comfortable. Let me sort it out. I can't even wear a hat right. I've bottled the wearing of the hat. If you would like to have a hat emote for moments like this, consider subscribing today. Oh my gosh, take off the hat! Take off the hat! We're still in this. Right. We do actually have to be more attacking now. This is what we're going with. Take off the hat. I mean, we've bowled it. It's not happening. We've got no one in the box here to defend. Break. There's still time. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to make a dream happen. I believe. Raise your Vidukas if you believe. Asensio. Keita. Asensio scores! He's given offside. I mean, Asensio's shot. How's Kante the one who's offside? I got so excited. I got so excited. I might as well put the hat back on. So what happens here? One shot. Does it actually hit him? Are we claiming that he's interfered with play here, or does it actually hit him? Because I'm not buying the fact that he has interfered with play. Wait, we want that on close. We want this on behind camera low. Or behind goal low. So Keita shoots. Okay, it does deflect off him. I can't argue with it. I will argue with it. I'm going to go to the press after the game and complain. You're wrong, Lino. It was going in. The thing is, the shot was going in. It didn't even need to deflect. I mean, it doesn't even matter if we score now. I mean, well done, boys. I was so excited. I was so excited, and we've bottled it. So it was given offside, that goal. If you were wondering why it was disallowed. I mean, could we score again? Could we? No, we can't. He did give away the pen as well. I'm far from pleased, boys. It's not a great start to the season, losing against Spurs and United. I'm glad we told the press that we were going to... the board that we were going to get top 4 this year. Oh, they parked the bus so much. Start Perez as punishment. Who's the next game? It is Watford. I could play Perez. What's Perez doing at the moment? Is he in the under-23s? We'll see how he's getting on in the under-23s. We'll wait for the international break to be over and then evaluate it. Because he could play for the Spain under-21s. He could play for them. So we'll see what he does. James, the skin I'm using is a custom skin made by myself. Exclamation point skin. Thank you very much, Benz123. You know what's up. There you go. There's a YouTube video all about the skin that I'm using at the moment and how to install it. Hopefully that helps you, dude. Oh, it's deadline day, isn't it? Oh, wait, no. Deadline day is not to the 2nd. We could still do some panic buys or some panic sales. It could still happen. Part of me is tempted to offer Emre Can out and see if anyone bids on him. 80 million for Emre. Come on, someone come in for him. Let's add some spice to transfer window. I love how Perez is still a decent prospect, but he's still become a meme. It's true. He is a meme. I mean, he could become a world beater. That would be incredible for Perez. The Perez story. Operation Bring Home Jordan is a go. I mean, Alexander-Arnold won Young Player of the Month. He gave away a penalty in that last game, but we'll take it. Woodburn got in the Young Player of the Month as well for the Championship. That's good. I'm hoping he can have a really good loan spell this year and develop. Like, Woodburn is really good in FM this year. Just needing to develop a little bit more. Deadline day. Liverpool manager found outside high school with shopping trolley. Korean high school, of course. Auto saves. For just £2 a month, you can get auto saves too. I saw you sign him, but why do you hate him? Because he's on £85,000 a week, and it's quite a lot of money. Did I just accidentally resize my FM window? Maybe I did. I think the stream's okay. I accidentally clicked on the edge. I play in windowed mode. Shocking confession. Where is he? Here he is. He's not even like... When you look at the prospects in our team, he's not even that high anymore. It makes it all worse. He doesn't... Yeah, he doesn't look that bad. Like, he could actually turn out good still. He's like a few players. Why is Ronaldo in the reserves? Oh, because I made him available for the reserves. Why can't he play in the reserves? He's above the maximum age. I thought you could have like a few players over the age play. Windowed mode. Unfollowed. Offer Messi. Offer Perez in exchange for Messi. It's a good idea. Okay, the board are still happy. They're very happy about last season still. It was a good season last season. Yeah, let's have a look at some of our best prospects. Why not? Let's have a look. So in terms of best prospects, actually Neil McLee, or McAllee, who we signed from Arsenal, is considered one of our best hot prospects. He's currently being tutored. Who by? Eric Dyer. Pretty good tutor, to be fair. He's already inherited the 15 determination, which is nice. Jose Prono is out on loan. He's a very, very good player. Had a loan spell last year at Dynamo. This year he's playing for Wolfsburg in the Bundesliga. 2 goals and an assist to start. Could be a really, really good, kind of useful player out wide. If not, we're going to be able to sell him on for some good money. Who else did we bring in terms of prospects? Ronnie, he's out on loan at Internacional in Brazil. Looks like a good centre-back, except 10 jumping reach. Need to get him on a trampoline. But he could still come okay. I thought we might play him at fullback at one point, but he's just not got the technicals to play at fullback in the system that we use. But even if his jumping reach doesn't improve, he could still be a good centre-back. If not, we'll sell him on for some really good money. Daniel Brito, obviously, definitely probably the best young prospect in the club. 3 goals in 4 internationals for Portugal. Looks pretty good there. Anyway, Bachi, I should say his name is. Good player, Turkish international, 19 years old, 10 finishing though on a striker. Definitely one of the players we've got in the team who I kind of see as an option just to sell on and make some money off in the not so distant future. Alan Butler, probably the best English prospect in the team. We've got him on a trampoline jumping up and down. His jumping reach was really his weakness. It was at 8.8 when he joined us just over 2 years ago. It's now at 12. He could still really realistically get that up to 15, I reckon, in the next 2 years. But yeah, he looks like a really, really good centre-back option here. You can see playing for the under-23s. Doing pretty well there as well. And they're definitely some of the better prospects. There's a few other English players here. Alistair Jacobs did have a few appearances in the first team last year. His finishing actually dropped off a few months ago to go down to 16. But all in all, just a really good kind of young English prospect. Only 18. No point in kind of rushing him into the first team. Definitely one for the future. I love the way that Jack's turned Melwood into a giant trampoline park. It's true. It's true. Yeah, the new facilities are a load of trampolines. What about a trampoline emote? That is not a bad idea, provided that we can get a few more subscribers. Because I don't know, with the emote, is there an emote that we have at the moment that you don't think you use enough? I feel like Perry Gasm and Perry Van could be replaced. I feel like Curry Dog always has to exist. Maybe a trampoline. Maybe a postcard or something for answers on a postcard. Like, if you've got any ideas, as I said, I'm open to hearing some suggestions for emotes. Still getting offers for Tribe. I don't want to sell him. What are all these bids about on our young prospects on deadline day? Like, what's happening? Why has everyone decided on deadline day, actually, this is the time I now want to sign these players? See, Griezmann's an interesting one. Because I thought he was going to be really good, and he's kind of just eclipsed by everyone else we've got. So I'm not adverse to selling him. Like, his potential, when you compare him to some of the players in our team, isn't incredible. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. But when you kind of compare him to the other prospects we have, he's not kind of in the top notch. I mean, look how many of our under-23s are playing in internationals. That's madness. How much could we get for him? I'm tempted to... I'm going to be cheeky here. 20 million for him. He's 17. Come in, folks. You know, he's a Czech Republic talent. Hey, lad bloke. How are you doing today? Andreas Kung. He looks okay. Did anyone bid on Griezmann? Not yet. Glenn Ward is not available. Edison's available. Of course, now of Manchester City. Where did you get the Perigasm, or when? The Perigasm face has existed for ages. I wish I could tell you where I got it snapshotted from. I think it might have been when Jamie the Space generated. But I honestly don't know. Why am I loaning out Barker? I actually need him. Because my under-21s is a little bit small on the squad size side. And Barker is one of our few players who can play centre-back. No offers for Griezmann. Right, let's try like 16. 16.5. It's a precise amount. Any chance of going for a Son on this save? We might do long term. Unfortunately, my manager isn't old enough to go for a Son yet. The manager has to be 35 years old, and I made my manager close to my actual age, so I'm only 25. So 10 more years, and we could maybe go for a Son. I don't know, if the save was going really well, I might be tempted to retire this manager, add a new manager at Liverpool who's over 35 and go for a Son. But we'll see. Any bids for Griezmann? Any bids to Griezmann? No. How much would I be willing to let him go for? Like 12 million minimum. Man, that's a mouthful. 12 million minimum. Hey Jack, welcome back to the stream. I don't have a regen face pack. Who have we signed? We've signed Eric Dyer. We've signed a few other players here and there, but no one too crazy, really. No one too crazy. Who have we signed? Eric Dyer. Pulisic did join us in the end. There hasn't been too many additions. I'm trying to think of who else we've signed for the first team. It's just been a lot of regens, really, mate. Okay, is Daryl Tribe really good, or are all these teams smoking crack? That's what I need to work out here. I mean, he's 17. He looks fairly solid, let's be honest. But I'm not convinced by these offers we're getting for him. I mean, I don't really want to sell him. These offers make me think he's good, as opposed to making me think, oh, maybe I should cash in on him. Newcastle have made the offer to loan Patrick Roberts to the end of the season. That's fine by me. I brought Patrick Roberts in with the anticipation... I can't talk. Anticipation Brexit might happen, and they'd be a good, useful kind of English talent to have. Well, the space. In your opinion, what are the chances of winning the league under Klopp? I don't think it's impossible. I mean, when you look at the start of Liverpool's season this year, I mean, at Christmas, we were right up there, but the squad size of Liverpool kind of caught up with us. We don't have the biggest squad. It's kind of a problem. I think that's the big thing that has to be addressed, actually, this summer. Just building a squad that can compete in Europe during the week and in the league. I think if you looked at Liverpool's bench throughout the season, this last season just gone, of all the teams who... kind of were challenging for the top four. I think Liverpool had the weakest bench of the lot. So Brexit can happen between, I believe it's 2 and 10 years into a save. We're in season 4 now. But yeah, it can happen at a random point, and the terms of Brexit vary year on year. Anyway, deadline, well, not deadline day, but the transfer window. If we just look at it, in terms of big transfers, Karsdorp even. Big transfer of September. All the deals were really done early this year. You kind of look at the deals done in July. Icardi and Sanchez were the big two. We made 2, I guess, in Brito and Pulisic. And Zeka joined us. But then we did have some big sales as well. Matip left us. Barco left us. Chow left us. Moreno left us. I mean, when you look at this transfer window, our net spend was only 52 million. I mean, I say only. It's not a small net spend. Let's not kid ourselves here. But compared to some teams, I mean, net spend-wise, where did we lie? We were actually the third highest net spenders with 61 million. That's actually more than I thought it was. Southampton actually made money, and so did City. That's a little bit surprising. City finished third last year. I thought they'd want to spend to improve. Okay, so Keane's going to do well. Obviously, Moise Keane last year, he was on loan at Carpi, who finished bottom of Serie A. This year, I've sent him on loan to Fiorentina. And to be honest, already he is developing really well. They've promised to play him as a key player. He could improve so much. So much. I'm really excited to see what he can do. He could be a quality inside forward for us. Anyway, Champions League squad registration. This could be interesting. I mean, do we not have homegrown players at club? What's this all about? Donnarumma. Oh, I guess they're homegrown at club, but because they are under the age of 20 and have been at the club for more than 2 years, they don't have to be registered. So Lisa can be registered. Maya can be. Maya can't be registered. Need to think about this. Bastoni doesn't need to be registered. Arnold and Donnarumma don't need to be registered. Lisa is just a backup right back option, so it's not the end of the world if we don't register him. It's just a case of, are there any other players here who I don't need to register? It's kind of useful that Donnarumma doesn't need to be registered. I could YOLO it with 2 goalkeepers in Europe. It's tempting. I mean, are we going to need Ospina? And can Danny Ward do a job if Donnarumma does get injured? Danny Ward really isn't that bad. Do I YOLO it? Do we need 3 goalkeepers? What do we think, folks? Do we need 3 goalkeepers? Just take Emre Can off the transfer list. In fact, he should be a rotation option, Emre. Hey Bexy, how you going? I'm going to take off Ospina. I'm going to YOLO it. We're going to add in the Romanian youngster. Ospina may well complain now. I mean, Lisa, he looks a bit like an alien. But we trained him to play right back last year. I'm now training him to play left inside forward. I know that sounds a little bit mad, but hear me out. Obviously, with our system, we play with inside forwards. And this guy, he'd be a good inside forward on attack. But he'd also be a sick wing back. So why not train him in both? Why not have a guy who can play right wing back and left wing? Nothing wrong with that at all. I'm a genius. I mean, sometimes you sit... I know this. I know, if you play FM, sometimes you sit there going, man, I wish I had a guy who could play right wing back and left attacking mid on the bench. Everyone wants it. No one has it. I'm going to have it. I mean, he's going to be really confused as to where his future lies in the squad, as someone's pointed out, because it's just like, right, mate, you're playing right wing back this year. Gets in after the summer break. Right, I've changed my mind. Left attacking mid this year. It is true that learning positions costs PA, but the thing I'd say about this guy is he's already playing right attacking mid. So it's kind of like, whilst using the position is going to use it up, he's kind of already used to playing out wide. I don't actually know. I have a feeling, I don't know if this was said, I feel like training left attacking mid doesn't have any additional cost to training him to play right mid. I actually don't know if that's the case. Because I have a feeling that because he already knows right mid a little bit, it doesn't eat as much playing on the left. I don't know though. Maybe it does. Answers on a postcard. PA is potential ability. You're also our backup keeper in European competitions. I mean, he basically is. He might not want to admit it. He is our backup keeper in European competitions. How tall is he? I'm committing to something here that I don't know if I feel comfortable committing to. How tall is he? I will say now, if both of our goalkeepers do get injured, I will play him in goal. 183 centimetres. It's not massive. So training a new position doesn't decrease potential ability value. What it does is it eats up potential ability points. So to explain potential ability for people who don't know in Football Manager, potential ability is a value between 0 and 200. 200 being the highest, kind of Messi-esque. 0 is potato-esque. And when a player generates, they have a PA that's generated for them that's fixed. Obviously, your scouts don't know what a PA is. There is no way to see what the PA is, at least kind of legitimately. And it's basically like a points total. And as a player's attributes grow, your current ability meets that potential ability kind of ceiling. So if a player has a potential ability of 150 and a current ability of 140, and then he improves a little bit in his marking, that's going to see that current ability kind of get closer to the threshold. And once a player's current ability matches their potential ability, they won't improve anymore. There's certain things that eat into a potential ability as well as just kind of the attributes naturally going up, and one of those is training another position. A player who can play multiple positions, that will eat up his potential ability. And the reason that works is because attributes, the amount that they eat into a player's potential ability is relative to the position they play in. So for example, a striker with 10 tackling, that 10 tackling won't cost as many potential ability points as a centre-back with good tackling. So if a centre-back had 10 tackling and a striker had 10 tackling, it would impact the defender more because that attribute is more relative to defending. So by training a player in multiple positions, those attributes become relevant, obviously, to the new positions they're trained in, and as a result, it eats up their potential ability, as well as the position itself costing some potential ability, if I'm not mistaken. So that's why it's not always the best move to retrain a player in multiple positions, unless you feel like it's going to be useful for you. As in this guy's case, obviously, he can already play semi-good on the right wing, so playing him on the left isn't actually going to have that bigger an impact. So that's kind of my approach there. Hopefully I explained that okay. But that's kind of how potential ability and current ability work in game, kind of really loosely speaking. Did that help anyone? I hope I explained that in a way that people could understand. I feel like if you've not heard of current ability and potential ability, it's probably a little alien to you. But essentially, every player has a random potential ability. I say random. It's not random. It is for regens, of course, but for actual players, it's kind of usually either set or put between a range. The value that kind of is randomized every save. Why is Sacco being suggested to me? I feel like I'm being trolled. I don't know what was up with the hand gestures as well when I explained current ability and potential ability. I was imagining a bar chart in front of me. Lewandowski's been made favourite to become top goal scorer. The bookies don't consider any of our players likely to win the award. Cheeky buggers. Your under 23's just lost 11-2. Let me just check this. Where's the game? Well, where did they lose? Was it our under 23s or our under 18s? Are we sure they? Let's just check this. I'm now panicking for my youth team's future. Where do you see your youth team's past matches? I'm so confused. It was there apparently. Under 23s. Was it in Europe that they played? I mean, it must have been in Europe. Whose youth team were we playing? We won 2-0 there. Go to... Oh, on schedule. Where's schedule? Where's schedule? Was there a schedule option at the top? Oh, wait, no. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, everyone. Oh, wait, no, it's not there. Oh, I am an idiot. I knew where it was. What the fuck happened, boys? Oh, okay. What was with our players' conditions? Why are our players dead? Okay, just to clarify here, that is, we were playing a youth team of under 23s. They played Kelechi and Henacho. Who else did they play? Mangala. Nitcham as well. What about Garcia? I mean, they played a good team. Who was the best player in our starting 11? Probably Marcus Edwards. I'm looking for excuses here. I mean, who were our centre-backs? Guy Barker and Stephen Bailey. I think we know where the problem was. I think we know where the problem was. It was the fact that our two centre-backs, who literally have the ability of mushy peas, had 50% condition. And they play our tactic. They've got Rob Elliott in goal. Rob, what are you doing? You're meant to be at Hereford. Oh, they did also have Leroy Sané playing. Now, suddenly I don't feel so bad for our team. I'm going to be completely honest. Sané had 5 assists. Okay, I mean, do we like hold a funeral service for our team? Can we have an F in the chat, please? Please, can you put an F in the chat for our under-23s? Because I do feel like candles may have to be lit after that game. Because that was bad. Rest in peace, sweet princes. I mean, who's our under-23 manager and what are they doing with the team selection? Who is it? Who is our under-23 manager? I know who it is. I already know who it is, I think. I mean, I don't know who it is. I mean, you're quite good. What are you doing? And Gerard's the assistant, I think. Yeah, oh no, he's just a coach. I kind of want to make Steven Gerrard my assistant manager. When does my assistant's contract run out? Who even is my assistant manager? Oh, it's just one of the Klopp's staff. Oh, you're on a 3-year deal. Can't really ask my assistant to terminate his contract. Where are the hackers? They bottled it. Oh, it was the under 8. Was it? No, it was the under 17. It was the under 23s who played that game. The under 18s are doing well. Look at the under 23. The under 18s. They know what they're doing. AKA Red Bull Salzburg. I mean, is that what their academy's got? Let's have a look at their players. They got anyone good? Anyone good? No, not really. Don't know what I was expecting. Oh wait, he was the under. Sorry, I'm thick. He was the under 23s manager. We need to see. Sorry, he was the under 18s manager. We need to look at the under 23s. It's been a long day, boys. Peter Drake. That's fine. Where are you, Stephen? Stephen, you are the new under 23s manager. Congratulations. He doesn't deserve to manage the team, boys. Anyway, we go into this game after an international break with a few players struggling for fitness. I might start Lucas this game. Teo Hernandez. We should look at the international report thinking about it. Oh, that's a point. I know why I shouldn't have sacked him. I shouldn't have sacked him. It was because all the players were on international duty. So he was just playing the under... I mean, I feel terrible now. I mean, look how many of the under 23 players were away on international duty. Like half the squad. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, 14 players were away. I know some of them were out on loan. So 9 first-team players were out on loan. I mean, I feel bad now. Can we bring him back? What was his name? Where do you see staff sackings? What, Drake? Where are you? Peter, come home. Okay, well, I'll add him to my staff shortlist. We might offer him a job later. I feel bad now. I feel awful. That man had a job. That man had a family. I forgot to play Perez. I apologise. We'll play him in the next game. I don't know what the next game is. I might regret saying that. I feel so bad. I've just sacked a virtual man and I genuinely feel like I've just ruined someone's life. I know we gave him £800,000 compensation. I just don't know if that's enough. I feel awful. I mean, it's what? Half the squad was away. Half the squad was away. And I sacked him. I'm sorry, Drake. Peter Drake. That was his first name, right? I hope I've got that right. Or is it's really awkward? Suddenly makes my apology seem not so genuine. I just know. I know what the next game is. The next game's Chelsea. Oh my God! What just happened? I mean, they've scored. What was the build-up to that? The game automatically picked up... Sorry. Let's just... What was this? What is this, Donnarumma? What is this? What is this goal? Cross shot, hits the post. Deflects off two players. Donnarumma, it deflects off. Ball to the back post. Hits the post. Goes... Oh my God, it's such an awful goal. It's such a scrappy goal. Get out my sight. Belantha, I know that mistake you made at the end of last season to give United the title, mate. I know that mistake. There's a mistake in you. And it's going to happen today. And you're going to feel bad. Maybe. It was a screamer of a goal, that one. Keane. Let's get panicky there. Right, Dyer, Coutinho. Options on ahead. Options on... He's going on his own. Hit it! What a goal! That could be goal of the season, folks. It's not gone into the top bins. But I thought it was going to be a pointless effort. I thought it was going to be a pointless effort. I mean, he hits it with power. Okay, it's awful. The keeper should save it. It goes in the top bins after the keeper doesn't get his hand behind it. We'll take it. We'll take it. It's our first shot on target. Maybe we should shoot more. I'm far from pleased, boys. Dele Alli, awful game. Let's bring in Asensio. A few players haven't really turned up this game. Not even as good as Watford's goal. I'm sorry, guys. Klein. Straight from kickoff, I believe. Keita. This is not a pointless highlight. This is a goal. This is a goal. It's not a goal. It's a free kick. But we don't even see the free kick get taken now. Send him off. It's only a yellow. Tosca, you naughty sausage. Right, Asensio from there. Screamer. What a goal. What a free kick. The keeper doesn't move. That is top bins. Top bins. Oh. The keeper just... Right, behind the goal angle, please. Let's get behind the goal. Right, Asensio. Oh, again. Again, sorry. I'm getting some weird pleasure out of this goal. I hope you don't mind. Raise your Vidukas. Raise them. Get the Vidukas in the chat. Mark Viduka would be proud of that strike. What an effort. To the person who said it's always a goal from a free kick if they showed the build-up, it's not actually true that, because that was just the highlight to start the half. And usually what happens off a kick-off, off a highlight from kick-off is if a free kick's given, they still show it. And Mbappe, what is happening this half? Who are these players? They've scored 2 goals in 100 seconds. Did Asensio dab? Did he dab? That takes the polish off the goal if he dabbed. Did he dab? These are the essential things. We don't care about the actual game. Did he dab after he scored the free kick? Did he dab? The dab is a celebration in Football Manager. One step. Keeper doesn't move. He does a cartwheel. Does he dab? No, he didn't dab. You've got my hopes up there, guys. Oh, Keita's now injured. Well, that's good. Thiago Maia, go on. I got hopes up for a dab, and you guys have just crushed my hopes and dreams. I hope you're happy now. I hope you're all happy. Cartwheel, dabbing, I mean, it's kind of similar. Can you do a dab whilst doing a cartwheel, and how would you do it? Asensio, finish that. What a player on off the bench. Sack him for not dabbing. Acrobatic Hamster, can I just say, I absolutely love your Twitch name. That is a good Twitch name, if I've ever seen one. I mean, Gerrard's our under-23 manager now. This is all coming together, the plan. I do want to bring Drake back. That was a nice passing goal. I agree. I didn't really praise the players for the passing there. Anyway, we have one last sub to make. João Mario's struggling for fitness. He's not going to get injured in the rest of this game. YOLO. Famous last words. I'm going to play Pulisic, and I'm going to bring you on for Coutinho. We want 5. We want 5. This is revenge to Watford for the end of last season where they couldn't beat United or draw with United to give us the title. I mean, it's an interesting clearance up the pitch. We'll deal with it. In before Jack gets sacked and Gerrard becomes manager. Can you imagine? Mbappe. Asensio. Pulisic. Finish that. Oh, he hits the woodwork. Rebound, Mbappe. Klein. Someone. João Mario. Shoot. Mbappe. Asensio. Oh, that was for the hat-trick. I mean, we're still piling on the pressure. Look at this passing play. It's like we're penning them in their own box. That ball isn't good, Klein. We bought Dyer for £40 million. The FM that I have the most hours in, I think, is FM 14. 14? I'm trying to think now. Yeah, FM 14 I have the most hours in, but that's because I worked on the game as a tester, so I had a lot of hours in it before the game came out. Or was it 15 I worked on? This is awkward. It must have been 15. Just another day in the life of a Liverpool fan. Sigh. Hashtag Keita. Keita got injured in that game. If he's out for more than 3 months, I will scream. I'll play Asensio. What is this injury? What is this injury? I'm scared. I don't want to click on it. 8 months, Mayonnaise bleeds. Mayonnaise. Just read your Twitch name out aloud. Spicy Clucks Deluxe. What a name. 5 months, 4 weeks, 2 weeks. I hope it's 2 weeks. Let's find out. Okay. I mean, it's not great, is it? 2 months. It could have been worse. Oh my gosh. I mean, he's world-class centre midfielder. And he's tore his hamstring. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. So looking through the media descriptions for our players. Seeing how many world-class players we've got. We've got a few. I'm just sad now. I hope that's okay. I'm just sad. 2 weeks. Okay, it's Leipzig. Can I play him? I don't think Perez can play in the game because he's not registered. We'll move him to the first team. He's getting his promotion back in. He never thought he'd see the day. He can't play this game. We'll call him back for the next game. City bottled it. United bottled it. I mean, maybe this is the year that everyone fucks up in the league, because last year the points total in the league was very, very high. Last season, like, we lost 5 games. We won 27 of 38 games and we still came second. This year, you look at it. I mean, Leicester are top. Palace are in 4th. We're only 1 point behind United. I mean, you look at it. Maybe this will be an okay year. Maybe it won't be that bad that we've slipped. I mean, the thing is, as much as our start to the season hasn't been great, we have played United and Spurs, who are ahead of us. Obviously, wins against them change the games a lot, but City and United both losing there is big for us. See you later, Jub. Thanks for tuning in. Auto saves, saves, folks. Don't you forget that. So I think we're going to stream the next 2 games. We've got Red Bull Salzburg. I think it's Salzburg and not Leipzig. In fact, I know it's Salzburg. But then the next game we've got is against Chelsea. And I think we'll end things there for the stream today, just because I have got work tomorrow morning. But I will say now, just a massive thank you to all of you guys who are watching. Obviously, it is late. It is a Monday night. We've got over 350 people watching. I remember many a year ago when I used to stream a lot more regularly, back when I was a student and I was free. Kind of at this time at night, I probably wouldn't get more than 100 viewers. So I'm very grateful to you guys who are tuning in. It shows just how much FM has grown kind of on Twitch, on YouTube over the last few years. And obviously, I'm glad that you guys are choosing to spend whatever time it is. I know not all of you are watching from the UK and Europe, but kind of spending the time here. Kovacic would be very good. Someone mentioned him earlier as a potential player in our system, and I'm inclined to agree that he would be a good player. But I feel like they're going to want way too much, and his wages are going to be problematic. See you later, Will. Thank you for watching the stream, dude. You sound like the standard Liverpool fan. Maybe this is our year. Maybe it is. I'm trying to be optimistic. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Board target for this year is a top 4 finish, which I feel relatively comfortable in us getting. I mean, it's been a tough start to the season. Glenn Ward's now injured. What is with these injuries, man? What's happened? Like, what is in the water? What is in the water in Merseyside today? I am thinking of making kind of a stream highlight video. So obviously, I have been recording all the streams I've been doing live. My plan is that actually tonight I'm going to upload all of them to YouTube. It's over 50 gigabytes of video files, so it's quite a lot. Hence the reason why the streams haven't been getting immediately uploaded to YouTube. But I'm hoping to kind of upload all the backlog over a few nights. But I would like to, I think, take all the Twitch clips that people have done and maybe make a video out of them. You know, kind of the Liverpool save so far. Kind of just as a little thing to show kind of what the streams are all about. Maybe kind of show people on YouTube that Football Manager on Twitch, it's a little bit of a different domain to YouTube. I feel like on YouTube, you know, I sit there with a suit and tie and I take it very seriously. And it's very formal. You know, I talk a bit like a robot, perhaps. Here on Twitch, things get a little bit rowdy and a little bit crazy. There's a lot more on the line, I feel like, with Twitch. I feel like having a live audience adds to the pressure. You know, it's not about one man in his bedroom anymore. It's about one man and the weight of a few hundred people on his shoulders. Anyway, Keita's injured. We've got to sort that out. Asensio played well, though, actually, when we brought him on. So that makes sense there. Wijnaldum goes onto the bench. Fitness is a little bit of a concern. But this is a weaker team. Famous last words. So I'm going to rotate the team. Quite a lot, actually. Just because I think we can afford to. So I think we'll play Pulisic and Fernandes. Might even drop Dele Alli for Wijnaldum. Maybe. No, in fact, we'll keep Dele Alli and we'll go with this as our team. Let's see how we get on. Get your score predictions in the chat. Don't forget, Perez will be playing next game against Chelsea because I hate myself. In fact, I said I'd play him in the next game, and that was this game. So technically I lied already. So in not playing him against Chelsea, am I actually lying? I assume someone did clip the sacking. I assume someone did. We need a wide target, man. Thank you for watching Fat Free Butter. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Have a good night. Asensio, big ball forward. Cleared away. Asensio again. Back in the mixer, boys. Klein did sign a new deal, actually, over the summer. I didn't talk about that, but that was useful. Not the best ball into the box. Asensio wins it back, though. Bernandez. Pulisic. Oh, okay, go alone. I mean, that was just greedy. I've encouraged it a little bit by saying go alone. If that's FIFA Pro Clubs, I'd probably shoot from there as well. I do actually need to check that people have been clipping stuff on Twitch. Like, I've not checked the clips that people have been taking from the stream since the first stream I did back. If there's loads of them, I may even ask you guys to pick out your favourite ones. I might like put out a tweet or something and get you guys to tweet me links to clips specifically, because I did look through some of the things that people clip. People clip the most random stuff on Twitch. Like, you say something and they just clip it, and it's just like, this. Why is anyone ever going to want to watch this again? I mean, I'm sure with the whole Arsenal bottling thing, that deserves its own video, probably, if we're being completely honest. Even though I have already uploaded the stream that had that in, I feel like that deserves to be seen by the masses. But anyway, we're trying to get a goal here. I mean, Salzburg are a team we should batter. We've started the game superbly, but we need a goal to show for it. Kante, narrow angle, hits the crossbar. We should be doing better than that. We should be doing better than that, boys. I can't wait for someone to clip you saying this. I mean, that is the issue. Someone is literally going to have just done that clip. And I will put that at the end of the at the end of the highlight. Your half dab was clipped, Jack. Well, that's all that we need. That is all that we need. Are there any IRL wide target men? It is a great question. Are there that many wide target men? Bernandez. Dele Alli. Finish that, Dele Alli. Thank you. Bloody hell. Second time of asking, he actually scores. It says to see your own clips. I just search. This is really stupid. I search on Google work the space clips Twitch, and it's just the top result. I think it's like work the space. Well, it'll be twitch.tv/work the space/clips. Maybe. If not, if you Google it, you can probably find it that way. I feel like there's plenty of clips. I guess Mikel Antonio kind of counts, but Mikel Antonio, like, a lot of the time plays kind of wing back. I guess that was more the latter half of the season. The thing is with Antonio, like, he's not really a wide target man. He's not a player you ping it up to, and he's kind of a bit of a playmaker out wide. Because I feel like for a wide target man, like, it's not about getting it into the box. Obviously, Antonio scores a lot of goals from headers, but I feel like with a wide target man, he's a guy you kind of pick out to launch counter-attacks with. And then he'll nod it down to players on rushing. And I don't feel that's kind of what Antonio does, if I'm being honest. Anyway, we're 2-0 up. It's going well. Can we get another? Pulisic, get a goal in Europe. Inside to Dele Alli. He scores in off the post. Michael Carrick, testimonial-esque. I have just realised at midnight, I've not actually eaten this evening since I got in from work. And I mean, look at me. I'm a growing lad. I need my food. Lovely goal. Squeezes it in. Can we get another? I mean, it's turning into a rout already. Does that mean Domino's? I wish Rusty Pizza. I can't really afford Domino's this month. I usually budget quite well, but this month, because of the fact my PC screwed up, and a few other things that cropped up that were kind of unforeseen expenses, I can't afford pizza. You know, I've got my spreadsheet set up. Dele Alli. Pulisic. I mean, he should have scored. He should have scored. I mean, we're 3-0 up, but I still feel disappointed because we've had 2 clear-cut chances and 7 half chances. And it's not been good enough. Mandzukic isn't the worst shout, but I don't feel like he's the spearhead of their counters, really. Again, he's just a tall guy who plays out wide. Asensio, lovely goal. Lovely goal. I'm not actually sure, Rasmus, on how to access clips that you take, because I'm going to be honest, I've never taken a clip on Twitch before. When you're a big YouTuber and get an accountant, he's going to be amazed at the pizza budget. It's true. Although a few members of my family are accountants, And they won't be surprised at my pizza habits. Who scored the header here? Bastoni. That is not Bastoni. Can we just... Right, pause it. Can we have a round of applause for Alessandro Bastoni? I think that is his first goal for the team. It is. It's his first ever competitive goal for Liverpool. Round of applause. Well done, Bastoni. To show his face. Mini Fellaini here. Well played, son. Homegrown at the club now. Been here a number of years. Well played. Round of applause. Get it in the chat. I mean, everyone's loving it. I appreciate the clappers as well. Get your clappers out. It's a Kappa clap. Is that what they're called, clappers? Or I just invented a thing there? I feel like they are called clappers. If they're not, I'm trademarking it. Play Bastoni as wide target man. Is that the meme now for the chat? Asensio, Dele Alli, Pulisic. Finish that. Finish it. Has he scored yet? Has he? Just, I can't remember him scoring. He hasn't scored yet. In fact, he's not really done a lot since he joined us. He's got an okay average rating. But he's not been great for us. Do you ever get that thing where you realise something and then you feel it more? So today in the office, I didn't think it was cold, and then someone was like, is it cold in the office or is it just me? And then I realised it was cold. I said earlier, I haven't eaten today. Now I suddenly feel hungry. It's like a switch in my mind goes, Jack's mentioned food and we haven't eaten. Initiate stomach rumblings. Anyway, Pulisic. Can we score? Kante, hit it. Hit it. Someone shoot. Dele Alli. It's the post. We've hit the woodwork twice. We've had 8 half chances, 3 clear-cut chances. Let's make some subs. I'm going to take Kante off for Chan. Wijnaldum can come on for Pulisic. Oh, Pulisic got an assist today. I'm pressuring the American Messi. I'm sorry, boys. Fernandes hasn't played great either. We'll bring on Mbappe for him. Haven't you got your desk cereal? I haven't. It's over in my kitchen, which is out of camera. It's so far away. 10 minutes left, and then we go into our final game against Chelsea. The pressure's on. I need a result against Chelsea. The fact we've lost against Spurs and United in the league in our first 5 games is problematic. I mean, this is a fairly good result, I guess, for our goal difference. It could have been more, but we'll take it. Well done, boys. Would have been nice if Dele Alli could have got a hat-trick. I just realised their key player is Zeka, who's on loan from us. I didn't even realise that. If you don't know, we bought this guy this year, actually, from United. And I forgot, well, I didn't notice he didn't get a work permit. So I signed a player who didn't have a work permit, and I had to loan him out. Now, we got £2.3 million in a loan fee, which isn't that bad. But he's playing against us because I forgot to put a clause that says he can't play against us. I mean, he didn't play very well, so maybe he's an inside man. Well done, Dele Alli. Lovely play. So now I'm going to rest these players up because we've got a game in not a lot of time at all. It's against Chelsea. Big game for us. It's in 4 days' time, so give these players 3 days of rest. Does mean they miss out on training. Worth noting, Juve battered Dortmund. I don't know if I'm surprised about that or not. I guess, actually, I forgot. We've got Pulisic in. We signed him from Dortmund, so he's going to be playing against his former club. And, of course, Klopp is manager of Chelsea. Oh, yes, Perez. Yeah, I'll put Perez in the team. Don't you fret, guys. He's back in the senior team. So, in terms of the team I want to play, I mean, it's unfortunate that we've got a few injuries where we have. Keita is obviously a big miss. It does open up, I guess, a chance for Asensio to get some regular first-team football. Oh, yeah, I'm training Perez to play left attacking mid. Yeah, he couldn't play left attacking mid before. I've trained him to play so he can cut in on his right foot. That's what I did over the summer. Just thinking about it, his adaptability, not adaptability, versatility must be really good. Because he has learnt to play on that other wing very quickly. I think. Oh, he also played for the under-21s. He actually played for the under-21s. So the people saying play Perez at wide target, man. I'm literally not going to do that because he's 167 centimetres tall. So the meme is playing. I repeat, the meme is playing. Hashtag improved deal for Perez. Yeah, you're a troll of beer. You're a troll and I love it. Right, Arsenal v Spurs is being played. Grudge match. Icardi, new signing for them. He's quite good, isn't he, Icardi in FM? He's quite good, if we're being honest. I mean, it'd be nice if kind of the teams around us could bottle their midweek games as well. Well, their weekend games as well. To put less pressure on Perez. I mean, Perez is an under-21 international. Let's not forget this. Can we offer Perez a cut deal where we lower his wages? No. He wants a deal where he gets paid a load of money after a certain amount of games playing for us, but the rate at which we're playing him because of you guys, that's not going to be happening. I'm sorry. He's got a 2-year optional extension in his contract as well. So there is literally no reason to sign him on a new deal that means he gets paid more money other than to feed the meme. Should offer him an improved contract if he scores. Spurs won. City drew. City are having an awful start to the season. I mean, I say that. They're on the same amount of points as us, but it's still an awful start to the season. How's our team looking? Fitness is really good. That's a relief. I thought it might be a bit more of a struggle. Right, boys, it's time. Actually, United are playing Everton first. I bigged it up and then that's happened. What was the score in United-Everton game? I think they won. Yeah, they won 4-1. Easy game for them. Hey, Corriman. What's going on? Jack, if Perez scores, you pull an all-nighter. I've got work tomorrow, dude. This is the last game of the stream. Let's get some hype going. Let's try and win this game. End on a high. It's not been the best stream in terms of results, but Edu Perez out on the left. I've got faith in you, son. I have got faith in you. Go out there and make the difference. Aggressive. No. Go out there and enjoy yourself. I want to encourage the players today. Edu, have some fun. He's not reacted. He's listened keenly. It's good enough for me. Can he make something happen? The number 80. We'll highlight him. No pressure. The quacks are in the chat. If you want to quack, feel free to. It does help Perez. Legend says that if we get enough quacks in, he will score. Although he does need to track. Why are you not tracking back, Perez? You lay. I mean, Donnarumma, what have you done as well? I mean, I don't want to blame Perez for not tracking back. But, there you go. I mean, what was he doing? Sub him off. Spicy Clucks Deluxe knows how I feel. I mean, Eddie Perez, why did I do this? The 80k a week's got to his head. He's like a modern day Zaha. Counter now. Perez, use your pace. You have pace. Go on. What a ball. Coutinho. Kante. To Perez. Hits the post. It wasn't to Perez. I wanted him to go to Perez. I mean, again, it starts with them in our half, which scares me. Bernat. Inside to Casemiro. Now with Bentaleb. Pedro. Icardi. Stop him! Donnarumma holds on to it this time. Hey, no Zaha jokes allowed. I'm sorry. I mean, do we go onto the counter system? I think we do. Let's counter. Less risks, more counters. I mean, this is just going to backfire immediately, isn't it? I always get criticised for not going on counter enough in FM. Or defensive enough. It always seems to backfire for me. Alexander, you've just given away another penalty. You gave away one against United as well. Edu Perez has been booked for abusing the officials. What are you doing, you mong? Edu, why are you abusing the officials? I mean, it's 2-0. Oh yeah, I didn't notice Asensio. Well, we've got to go on the attack again now anyway. Perez just getting large with the officials. I think I've got to sub him off at half-time. He's literally been the worst player on the pitch, along with Alexander-Arnold, who gave away the pen. I'm sorry, Edu. You've been awful. Get off the pitch. He's showing passion. It's not passion, boys. He's gone. I don't want to get him sent off. We need to attack. We need a better half. And the entire left wing was just getting ripped apart in that first half. People booing in the chat. You're part of the problem, you people are. I mean, we've probably lost this game anyway. I mean, Donnarumma's had a mare today. I mean, it looks like a sick goal by Savic, but I can't help but feel that the defence and the keeper could do better here. It's not great goalkeeping, I'm going to be completely honest. I thought ducks flew together. That's a lie. Ducks don't fly together. It's all a pile of crap that they teach kids. I'm sorry to tell you this way. Hashtag blame Perez. I kind of want to ask you guys to either put hashtag blame Perez or hashtag blame Jack, but I know which will get the most hashtags, so please don't write it in the chat. Finish that, Kante. Let's go. Still time. They could bottle it still. They could bottle it still. I still believe. Though the wing-backs have probably got to go more attacking now. Mario, go to deep line playmaker on defend. Hashtag blame both. Hashtag blame Jack is definitely getting more hashtags. I'm going to be completely honest. Not that I'm surprised. I mean, if we win this now, we'll get a point from it. I know who I'm blaming. Pulisic. He's through. Finish that. Got to be a better finish at the end of that. Got to be a better finish at the end of that. Also, our inside forwards are getting in behind them a little bit. Hashtag sack Jack. I mean, that's taking it too far. That's crossing a line. Move smuggler. That is just... You've crossed the line in saying hashtag sack Jack. Sickening. It's like talking about people's mums. You don't talk about sacking people. Only Benji. Donnarumma might be sacked though. Perez would have smashed it top bins. I was about to change the tactics, but we've got a chance. I mean, we could still get a point here. Coutinho, you've got to finish this. Got to finish this. Let's go. Come on, boys. The reverse bottle could still happen. Dele Alli, go on attack now. Go Shadow Striker on attack. We do still have one more sub. Has anyone not performed today? Coutinho's not played great, but he did score. Asensio's been pretty bad. Let's bring in Emre for him. The reverse bottle could happen still. It might not happen now. There's not a lot of time. Get a team talk out there. It's not going to change anything. Set piece, last minute. It's headed away. I wanted to believe. I wanted to believe. I mean, Perez has lost us that game. We won the second half 2-0 after Perez has gone off. Actually, it was 2-1. I can't count. Not good enough today. And I think we all know who's to blame for that. And I know some of you are going to deny it because you're little Perez fanboys. But it's on this guy. It's on him. All of him. Not happy. Not happy one little bit. Anyway, guys, I am going to wrap up the stream here. My voice is starting to fail. I've got work in the morning. I've got to be up in 7 hours, so I could do with getting some sleep. But I will say, just once again, thank you to everyone who's watching. We've ended the stream on just under 300 viewers. Massive, massive thank you to you guys. Thank you for just joining me. Thank you to the new subscribers as well. Really do appreciate it, guys, your support. I'm going to be trying to work on some more emotes. As I said, we'll try and get a hat emote going, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. I will say, before you go anywhere, and half of you have probably already left, let's go and raid another Football Manager streamer. There's quite a few people streaming Football Manager at the moment, just in general on Twitch, which is absolutely awesome. Let's go visit one now. So who is there to raid? Let's have a look here. Oh my gosh, I can hear myself. We should pause that. Right, let's go raid this guy. Oh wait, it's a German streamer. Let's raid this guy. He looks passionate. I like it. Right. Go show Pebbles some love. I have no idea if this guy's any good at streaming or not. Go show him some love. Show him some Vidukas. I will see you guys tomorrow. Maybe. Maybe. I need to do some more videos tomorrow. But I'll see you guys next time for another stream. And keep an eye out on YouTube. All the VODs will be getting uploaded there probably in the next few days. Anyway, talk to you guys in a bit.